Hi there, Marcus here. Look, I've just been scribbling away at my first iteration of a concept map. Just trying to sort of map some complexity written in the front there. And I'm just sort of it will get more and more messy as time goes by. I'm no doubt I'm going to have to finesse it, you would have to say. But, you don't have to use Padlet. This is the first message I want to get across to you. What I'd like to say is that you can do something like this. You can use PowerPoint or whatever you like on the computer. Padlet is just the option that was suggested to me by learning technology folk that it was easy to use and so on. So let's have a look at that now. Thank you, Dante, for filming me. Here we have Dante.
Hello.
And Dante is going to be our guinea pig. So what we're going to do, Dante, is I want you to set yourself up a Padlet account, okay? And we're recording this so that you can actually drive it. I'm just going to slide back a little bit. So, Dante's on the sign up page. It's on padlet.com. This is where you need to go.
Yep.
Anybody who wants to email Dante can do so later.
Yep.
Come up with some secret password. So he's choosing a password.
Yep.
It's going to send you an email, Dante. So
yes.
You're going to have to run off and grab your phone.
I'll be back.
He's going to have to grab his phone. So otherwise we'll have to open the thing up. He's going to go with Neon, which of course is, he can do 3 free Padlets. Okay. He's doing this. I have 2 Padlet accounts. One is through USC, which gives me sort of endless number of Padlets that I can make, or I can make with you guys. But I also have a personal Padlet account, which I must be paying for because I've got way more than 3 Padlets. Okay. But Dante's going to go for the free one, of course. Aren't you, Dante?
Oh, yeah. Neon.
Let's go. So that's the first thing. So we've got no Padlets yet. So I'm just going to move this out of the way, Dante, so you can see what you're doing.
Sure.
You've got to make a Padlet now. So I want you to make a Padlet. So click Make a Padlet. Click Canvas is the one that we need to use because that's the one that allows you to sort of do nice mind maps, concept maps, right?
Sure thing.
So they sent you a thing. Did you just have to confirm it? Did you have to do anything else?
No emails. No
emails. Oh, Padlet's really on the ball.
Sure.
All right. So next, my fancy Padlet. Let's call this one, HIS 140 and assignment 1. All right. So something like that. Description, made for Marcus. All right. So that's good. So then we go down. I think that's all you need at this stage. Then we go to next up here, and it's going to say start posting. So but you can see we've got a background here. So I think for the kind of mind maps that we want to do, we want a black background. Okay.
Yeah.
And the wallpaper will be probably solid, or you could have a gray. But I've gone for this slightly grey one on the one that I did myself when I was practicing. So I would recommend stay with that. Okay, so you've got this now. So start posting. So that's the little plus sign down the bottom here. So you click on that and you'll type something. Let's say map of complexity. That's the subject matter is for this particular assessment. Write something fantastic. You might say complexity arises when new forms, double R, yeah, right. When new forms of energy and collective learning. What's the word? Come together. Make it simple as possible. We'll worry about the double L afterwards. Learning. All right, collective learning come together. Okay, so and then you can hit publish. So that's going to sit, and then you drag that over into the center. There are only 2 ways that a Padlet can work. It can work down. You can go further down, or you can go to the right. You can't go further to the left. Okay, if you drag that way and show people, you hit the wall. And same thing if you drag it up. So you hit the wall. So it's either to the right or down. Okay. I find that when I start doing Padlets that are mind maps, that I need to reduce the size of the screen a bit so I can see more. So you can do that, but I hit Control and I just scroll using the mouse just like that. Okay. So you want to obviously be able to see what we've got, but at the same time, you definitely don't want the thing cluttered. Now let's put up energy and as one box. We can go back and edit it. So just hit publish energy, drag it somewhere. Then of course collective learning is, we've touched on both of those with this thing here, so we can whack that in somewhere. And so I'm not going to tell you what to do. This is a concept map. Okay. Now I'm talking to you on the other side of the screen, not so much this guy here. He's a nerd when it comes to computers and so on, but he's not so interested in world history. Unfortunate. I failed as a parent. Okay, so let's look at a couple of things. Now, one of the things about all computers, and Dante reminded me just a little before, there's these 3 pips here. So if we hit on the pips, we want to connect the posts. So this is how we join up, things like that. So that's right. So we've done that. Hang on, don't do the next one. All right. So with this one, what we want to do now, first of all, you need to know that you can remove or disconnect. All right. So you hit on that and it's gone. Another thing we can do is we can go to connect to post, but we also might want to label it. So to label, let's say, complexity's relationship with energy, we might put down something like increase in energy is exciting. Make it something, that's your own voice, the way you're understanding it. It's increasing energy is exciting. Hit connect. Yep. So now you've got a label.
Exciting.
And don't worry about the spelling. So you can drag that like that. You can drag it all over the place. It's fantastic. If you don't like it, you can go back and edit it. Okay, I think you can just edit it like that. No, you can't. No, then you have to edit it through here. Okay, disconnect, bring to the front, send to the back, duplicate, post. Okay, yeah. So edit. So you want to correct the spelling there, Dante. Dante's worried about things like this. I don't give a hoot about spelling. When I'm playing around, I'll go through and neaten the spelling up later.
I think you might have to disconnect and then
reconnect it.
So we'll just leave that there.
Just leave it there for the time being. So we want to connect again. So let's connect this time, connect to a post. This one is collective learning. You can write imagined orders. Imagined orders at work. Okay, so then, so there's that one. You can drag that about. One of the things you need to do for this particular assessment item is to come up with an historical example. On my scribbly sheet over there, I'm going to wave it around again. If you have a look up in the top corner here, I wrote, my example was going to be Rome. So you want to type in Rome, ancient Rome, or classical Rome. Ancient Rome. All right, so that's there. And then we can write something in there. Ancient Rome used a wide variety of incredible technologies, respected, diversity, technologies, respected diversity, and rewarded innovation. All right. So there you go. Before we close that, we've got these little guys here, right? So you can take a camera of yourself smiling, but that's probably not so relevant here. You might have a link to ancient Rome Wikipedia. You could use the link. Here, this one is what? An image search. So let's go searching for the Colosseum, Dante. C-O-L, Colo. I think it's one L, Colosseum. Yeah, just allow. Yeah. Got to allow most things. You have to allow Colosseum, S-E-U-M. So here we go, the Colosseum. There it is. Just pick one, Dante. Click on it, and it will be imported directly into your example. Now hit publish. All right, drag it somewhere. All right, then now. So We want to connect, let's say, collective learning to ancient Rome. Click on that, go to connect to a post.
Connect from post.
Up there. Okay, connect to a post. Now, this one will write innovation. I think you should be getting the thing by now. Okay, energy. Okay, yep, and that one will be new technologies. Here, my example over there on my little sheet was the Roman aqueduct. Okay, or the arch, the Roman arch that they use in the Colosseum itself. Now, let's say map of complexity. Click on that one, connect. Okay, connecting to Rome again, and this time all roads lead to Rome. All roads lead to Rome. All right, so then you can drag it around. What I would suggest you do is you work out, of course, sometimes I cheat, I have to admit. Sometimes I will come up with what I want to say roughly, my 300-word statement, do my concept map to see if I'm actually missing things in my 300-word statement. The example that I did of this one first, and which I shared with Gil and Rosie, just to say, hey, this is the way I was thinking of doing it. I actually populated each one of these boxes, each one of these things on the Padlet with some text, which I then thought I would bring together and edit up. There are multiple ways you can do it. You very likely might want to start off with either a piece of paper and a pencil or similar. Or you might want to use PowerPoint or whatever. But this is where you can end up. Now, Dante, let's say we've finished this. Okay, Padlet automatically saves everything, but you want to share it, right? So up on the top right-hand corner, we've got that little thing saying share. That's right, you've gone back to a decent size. Click on share. All right, now, if you're going to submit directly to me or to your tutor, you click copy to clipboard. Okay, so you've got your link. There. Now, if you go over to the word there, I have parked, and this is going to, oh, actually, I must have closed it. Open anyone. These are my resources for this course, right? So, submission sheet. Cool. So you're going to put your 300-word statement in there, let's say, scroll down a little bit. Then you're going to keep scrolling. Let's go down. The URL, okay. So you just control, and so there's the URL for your personal Padlet. It will have your name in it here, Dante, or whoever you are out there, and Zoomland. Okay, now let's say you never did a Padlet. You ignore that, and you would photocopy or scan your model, your concept map, and you would paste it in there beneath it. Okay. I put a checklist at the end just to make sure that you don't forget something fundamental, because each one of those 4 dimensions there are what you they appear on the rubric, and you get a mark. So the concept map itself is worth 8 marks out of 25. I think the 300-word statement is also worth 8 marks. Can't remember what the other ones are worth. The last one, the referencing academic style and blah, 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 I think is 4 from memory. So you can do your maths. But, it's written down on the Canvas website, what's expected of you, where the marks sit. I wouldn't waste. I mean, I love learning new things, so I think it's just fun learning new things. But I wouldn't spend too much time, is a better way of putting it, learning how to do a really sophisticated Padlet. Just let the Padlet speak for itself. Use it as a concept map. If you populate it with some reasonably a historical example and some other things, you're well on the way to getting your at least 4 out of 8 marks for that particular part of the assessment. All right. So if you have, I'm hoping this is going to make some sense. Scroll to the top again, if you would, Dante. Okay, one of the things that I find very frustrating when I'm marking is often you guys don't use a cover sheet. This particular assessment can't do cover sheets. I already checked into that. So that's why I created this particular layout format for you, which is going to be on the Canvas website. So your name needs to be there, your student ID number needs to be, and the date that you submit this. Remembering that I've given you an extra week to submit. I want to thank you, Dante. Everybody should be out there cheering and clapping for this guy. He's often been my assistant for various things. In fact, he's the guy that often helps me do things that I would have no idea how to do.
Mm.
So, yeah, thank you, Dante.
Yep.
And we'll stop sharing now.
Nice.